Cool.
That better?
Got it. Woo! Teamwork. If you guys are joining us or playing this back, we had lots of technical difficulties trying to get online here on live using StreamYard and YouTube. So thanks for the patience. And, we're going to have a really good chat today talking about AI and my sister's Shay baby, her experience over the last couple of weeks playing with AI. Just about a week ago, well, it was on Monday, not even a whole week ago, I did a live session on AI made easy, really helping people get time back. And Shay actually attended that session along with several other people in my life, from colleagues to friends to family. It was a really good session. And we really just talked about how to really get comfortable with AI, the importance of learning and utilizing AI in your everyday life to save you time and to stay relevant, to become more powerful, right, in your everyday life. This is something that I feel like people are really shy to use. They have misconceptions about what AI is, and some people are actually really afraid to even use it. And so what we were trying to do in that session was demystify AI and help people become comfortable and actually utilize it in a way that helps them in their day-to-day activities by using this method that I created called CRISP-C, which is an acronym that helps people to write great prompts. It's really prompt engineering. And so right after that session, Shay, that's what I call it because it's my sister, but Shay took the method and started applying it and started playing with a lot of the tools that we went through in the session. And so, it was just really good to see, because after the last 2 or 3 days, you've been playing with AI videos, and with Sora, like you've been posting on Facebook your creations, which have been really cool to see. And, and as soon as I saw them, I was like, let me call my sister, because what is she doing? What is she doing over there? Is she using the CRISP-C method? Like, I really wanted to understand what she was doing, because she was just playing. And so, let me, here, I'm excited to be here, and I want to hear, your experience, Shay, about how you've been using AI and what's been fun for you.
Well, honestly, initially, before I even, tapped all the way into using it, when I would try to originally do small little videos, or even when I originally just downloaded Sora alone, I would put in different prompts, but of course, it wasn't giving me exactly what I was looking for. So when, we went over the CRISP-C method, it kind of just enlightened me, like, oh, I can kind of make this thing do anything I want it to do and create whatever image is, completely in my head, right? Almost to perfection of what I want. And so I just started kind of playing around with thoughts using the CRISP method, just even when it came to my businesses, or just for fun too, little fun things. I'm like, let me see how I look in the clip, whatever, just to get that image. And for me, it just kind of opened up my eyes to so many opportunities in it, you know what I mean, due to the creation and what it's able and the capabilities of it.
That's cool. That's exactly what I wanted, everybody to get from that session. Just take it, run with it, play with it. And I think there was homework, right? The homework was pick one tool. I had a list of all these tools that I've played with over time. But really it starts with knowing how to prompt. You need to know how to tell it what you want it to do. It's not rocket science, but there is a method, and it's really logical, right? It's not going to read your mind. It's not going to make assumptions that actually are going to go in the direction that you want it to go in. You have to be very specific with it and tell it how to think, what you want, what you want the output to be, all these things. So that's really cool. I just saw you posted, you dancing. I saw a witch. Like, what was that about?
It was, my son Michael wanted me to, it was a panda. He wanted to be a red panda, but Sora wouldn't create it red because it was like mimicking something actual. So it created that as a panda and had me dancing with it. But girl, it was supposed to be a panda. Okay.
Yeah, that's the thing about these tools. And I'm actually really happy to see that they have these limitations, because they're trying to protect people's likeness and images and IP and things like that. So when you are prompting, it's really hard sometimes. You got to go back and forth to figure out, well, what am I saying that's causing this limitation or this restriction, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's wording.
Yeah, I recently did that because I was trying to do a video with my for my daughter who's a swimmer, and I kept putting in, 11-year-old girl, swimming, and it kept saying explicit content,
Mm-hmm.
restricted explicit content. So that's actually really good because they don't want you to have explicit pornographic type of material, child pornography, quote unquote, right? I
Mhm.
definitely
And they don't want you to
that.
mimic, like, for
Yeah.
example, I was, Check Please by Cardi B is one of my songs right now that I really like. And I wanted to be concert singing it. And so I put it in Sora using the Christy method, like, yo, I won't do this with this song. And it kicked me back because, it was violating rights, right? Because it's too
Yeah.
close to like her, right? I'm
Yeah.
mimicking her. I'm kind of stealing her stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, no. So if I wanted to do something, it'll give me a song like what you heard on the dancing video I had. It made that up. It's not going to play an artist song for you. It's not going to allow you to use that stuff because then it's tapping into copyrights.
Yes, exactly. I think that's really important. It wasn't always like that.
Mm-hmm.
Before people were able to recreate people's voices and faces, and
Right.
now it's limiting that. I think all the lawsuits is forcing them to change their tune and be.
Which is important. That's a huge deal.
Absolutely. There's a lot of lawsuits around this. And by the way, what I do for most of you guys that are watching this, you don't know that for a living, I'm a privacy attorney. I work closely with IP attorneys who are working on these issues around copyright and image and likeness. My piece comes in when it comes to, your face, your biometrics. That's privacy law. A lot of states like Illinois has very strong biometric privacy laws, and you need to get consent for, the collection and use of that. So like we're seeing this kind of play out right now in courts around, the limitations that need to be put in place for collecting images and things of that nature when it comes to, generating content through AI. So it's cool. It's cool. It's really cool to see that this evolution is happening, and they're trying to now come back to being more ethical. But hey, but it does make things harder for us if we're trying to create something. All right. So I wanted to ask you, like, what were you thinking before the session I had on Monday about AI? What was your thought? I know you had been using it, but like, how have you been using it, and what were some of the things that kind of got you to try different things with AI?
Well, originally it was a more so of a thought, right? Because I had been kind of like browsing a lot of the digital marketing world, the UGCs. Like I've been, it pops up on my timeline, whatever I think about, how that goes, your algorithm in your brain and now your algorithm on your devices, right? So I had just kind of been tapping into specific live streams, just kind of dabbling in it, trying to learn a little bit about it. But when you had the Crib C and we went over that, that's what made me actually try it, to see what I can do with it when it comes to business now, to see, because I've been learning about all these avenues that they are using AI, right, which is in the digital marketing field and all of those different things, right? That just actually prompted me to go for it, right? Instead of thinking about it, instead of constantly just sitting in people's live streams listening, when you gave me those prompts, that made me push forward to just see, what I'm saying, what I can do with that.
All right. So what made you say, hey, I'm going to attend this session? Was because it was just me?
No, because I was really interested in learning about AI, right? Because I have really been, so just to back everything up, I do run multiple businesses, and with me being in the aesthetic field, tax
Well,
professional.
hold on. I want you to talk about all your accolades and the things that you're doing right now. Let's talk about it, because AI is going to just help to propel you. But let's talk about all the things that you're doing right now, and then we can talk about how you can start to implement AI tools and to kind of make your life a little bit easier.
Well, I'm a licensed advanced esthetician, right? So, but my expertise is sugar, and I'm a sugarista. I do care a lot about skincare, all the self-care things I'm completely tapped into. I did just release a online sugaring certification course for estheticians or even cosmetologists, or, students that are already in school to get their licenses. To teach them the actual sugaring process, because they do not teach it in schools, and it's actually a better method of hair removal for the skin and everything else. So I did run that course as well. I'm also a licensed tax professional. I do have my PTIN. So I do taxes for everyone in all 50 states as well. On social media platforms, I do run multiple agencies, like on TikTok or different streaming platforms and things like that. And I'm now forming a following and everything now here on YouTube and also on Facebook because I am monetized.
That's dope. And that's a lot. Like, I feel like a lot of us are doing multiple jobs, multiple careers, on top of being mothers. You know, it's just a lot. I think being a mother is a job in itself. It's a
The whole
whole
job.
job.
So help me Lord. Look, so help me Lord. Yes, it is.
You're doing okay.
And that's a job that's 24/7, regardless of what you're doing outside of your actual job that you can clock in, clock out. I'm done working. That mother job is the nonstop. You don't clock out of that.
You don't, and it's a priority.
Yes.
So you have to your other priorities have to go on pause if that one's like red flagging. Like, you gotta drop everything.
Yes.
Yeah, it's 24/7, and so this is the reason that I wanted to do the session, is because we do everything. It is not just women. I'm not, there are caretakers, men who are taking care of, parents. They are taking care of kids too. They have careers, but I feel like women, hey, look, it's a whole nother level, right? Yeah. And so being a woman, I thought it was important to kind of share some knowledge and how to leverage AI to really get some of that time back and relieve some of that stress.
Right.
Because that's what it's here for. And I feel like people don't realize that. They don't understand that, I can use AI to create this checklist for me, or hey, I have these things in my refrigerator right now. I don't have time to go to the grocery store. What can I make with these items? Right? Or, I have all these things, all these priorities, all these things to do over the next month. How do I manage my time?
Yes.
Using it to create that for you, that saves time, because otherwise you would be doing it. You want the AI to kind of take those logistical pieces and do it for you. And it starts with having the right prompt. It's really where it starts. So like writing emails, your video descriptions that you're doing, content for your calendar, also responding. Like, I spend a lot of time because, I spend a lot of time thinking about how to respond to things, but I kind of use AI to get me started now, because I save time. Just help me to get started, and then let me take it from there.
Because sometimes it's so many things, and it's hard to kind of get that, because it's like everything else is on your mind. So when it gets you off on a good start, you're like, bingo, okay, I can take it from here.
Yes, exactly. It just gets you, get you going, get you started. And that's one of the things that I really wanted to push in that session. Look, use it as a starting platform. Like, you never want to finish in it, because you're a human being. You're a human.
You still need your own input. Okay, you need your own creativity, your own. It just helps, right? Give you a jump start.
Exactly. Like, we want to keep it human. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a scare. Like, it really could go the wrong way.
Yeah,
it really, really can. We let's keep things human here, okay? Let's make sure we use it as a tool and not as a replacement.
Exactly. I was just gonna say, do not let it replace you and your own unique thoughts and what you have, what you want. It just helps. So it's a good start.
Exactly. So like, I think there's so much more. Like, we just talked about the Chris C method, which is clarity, role, instruction, structure, purpose, context.
Yes.
Right? I always start with a role when I'm doing my prompts. I don't know why I do that, but it's important for me to let the tool know who it's supposed to be and how it's supposed to sound, right? Like, I'm not a marketing expert, but I need for you to be a marketing expert right now. So come with the starting point of, hey, you from the perspective of a chief marketing officer with 20 years experience, da 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 da.
But yeah, 24/7. But I also like it because, right, I'm just thinking about the marketing aspect when it does come to my businesses, right? This, I used to always create every flyer you've ever seen. I took time to create them. They might have been really good flyers, but it takes a lot of time to sit there, critique it, make it look good. Eye catching, attention catcher. AI does it for you. All you do is, like in the Chris C method, you give it your idea, what you want it to look like, the colors you want, the vibe you need, what you needed to say, and it'll create that image for you. And now you have a whole marketing image that was already in your head that you didn't have to take 2 hours to sit down and complete. because it's your idea, but it takes time to actually create that flyer or the ad or whatever the case may be. But now AI is able to do that, which cuts off 2 hours now. Now you're able to now work on your next project.
Right. You're saving time.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Have someone else, something else do it. It's not someone else, something else do it.
Something else.
Yeah. So what is your plan? So right now you are creating all these videos. I'm just like, I'm entertained. It's great.
So I got a lot of them too.
Right. What's next? What's next for you?
I think that I'm going to, because, of course, I did grow a large following on Facebook. So on the content side, when it comes to that with the monetization and things like that, I am going to create small templates for people, right, to help them create posts. If they want me to create an image for them that may specify something that they want, I can set up little things like that and create for them. So I'm just going to take it to that level, right, to kind of help people that's monetized when it comes to that area of it. And just help them grow, right? And get them their analytics popped in with, because now I know how to create, 10 posts at one time without having to sit there for 3 hours, right? I know how to, if you have an idea, I know how to go into and prompt it to figure out what I need to say. I also use Hey Jen. Hey Jen is a good one too. It also helps me with scripting, right? Sometimes words ain't wording, brain ain't braining, right? It's like, hey, I'm trying to say this and I'm not able to get the proper wording, right? Hey Jen is going to then create that for you. And then which you can then plug into your prompt if you're trying to also then create that image in Sora or anything like that. So, just kind of use it to help people monetize, right? Emails, if they need me to recreate emails, email writing, and, all the rewriting resumes, right? All of those things. So I'm just going to use the tools and maneuver further with that, because, one of my things is helping people. I love to do that in everything that I do. So this is another way now added on to how I can always also help people on the outside of just the businesses that I do run, right? So this can now also be another business for me to help people grow in this industry here.
I feel like we are on a similar path. We both love, right? We sisters, real sisters.
Yes.
Like we, like to educate. We want to help and lift people up and share our knowledge. And like for me, it feels really good to see people get ahead based off of something I've shared, or something I didn't even know that I had an impact on, just seeing them excel because of something they heard me say or do, or maybe it was a motivation. But this is one of these things where we want to share our knowledge, and I think it's important that we continue to do that. I think we all like that.
I think so.
All of us.
All the siblings, all of us, everyone, our parents too. We like to help people. That's where we come from.
That's
and
really
like, think about Ma. She was she did hair, I'm saying, cosmetologist. Dad did real estate. My Glover, I don't know exactly what she did, but we all was in the field of helping. You know what I'm saying?
She helps.
He's a pastor. Big bro Sean, he cuts hair. We all in the field of helping, others.
And sharing knowledge.
And sharing, yeah.
That's the mouthpiece.
You know it.
All we all got that. It's okay. It's all good. But that just goes back to, I want everyone that's listening to this to know that session that I gave last Monday to everyone about how to get your time back, AI made easy, that's available. There's a link in my description of this video here that you can go and click on and get access to. I also created a booklet. Like right after that session, I was like, let me create a book, because sometimes people don't have time to look at a video, but they may want to read something. And I wanted to really target it towards leaders as well. I think that we're all leaders, right? We all have responsibilities. We all got to create presentations and emails and, all these things that take time. But really providing some real live prompts based off of the CRISP method is in this book. So that's free. That's a free tool. If you guys click on it, and that's also a link in the description. So, take the time to use these tools that's made for you to get ahead, and to save the time that you've been, trying to grasp for. It's really important.
I don't know why CRISP is so hard to say. I'm sorry. I'm sad to say it, because it's hard for me too. CRISP. Is it a P? Okay.
It is.
Why are we struggling?
I don't know. I think because we want to say crispy.
Right, something. It's a struggle. Crispy.
Yeah.
It's a struggle every time. Okay. It wasn't just me. I had to point it out because I heard you do it twice.
But there's also like a hyphen in there to make you pause anyway. So crispy.
Right.
C.
Right.
I did
You
that
can
on.
understand what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
I'm like, I gotta pause right here to get this right. Crisp
See.
C.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is good. I feel like, one thing I want to say is that AI is it's not magic, right?
They've been cooking
But
this for a while. Even, I live in Las Vegas. For those of you that have never been here, they just created that dome, that sphere,
it's
right?
beautiful.
The $1 billion, however much they did on the sphere, everything from the outside, inside, it creates AI visuals, right? All over, even on the inside, right? So that's how huge AI has become. Where Las Vegas, a big city like Las Vegas, has spent 1 point something billion dollars to create that, because it's something that's reality right now, and it's something that's up and coming. And I think that everyone should be knowledgeable about it, because it could be, your next level of, wealth, right? It could, if you're doing good in business, it create, where you can do better. You
Yeah,
can grow with it, so it's a huge deal.
I feel like it's a really important thing. Um, People don't realize, and it's funny because I had some conversations after that session, and people were just like, I just didn't know that I could use it like this. And all the other tools that are available from agents, like that's big. The agents are huge, and I don't think that a lot of people understand what that is. you know Having, telling an AI tool to be your project manager or to be your marketing expert, or some of these agents actually go through the same level of training that, like, say, a security specialist would go through to be
Mm-hmm.
a security specialist AI agent, right? So, like, it's intense. But of course, one thing that I think is extremely important is, if you do use these tools like this, you have to have a human monitoring the output. Like, it's
Mm-hmm.
called the human in the loop. You have to have someone looking and making sure that it doesn't drift, that it doesn't hallucinate, that it doesn't do these things. Because again, it's just zeros and ones. It's taking data and creating the next best answer. It's all
Mm-hmm.
math. It's not thinking. It's not a real intelligence. Like, we're intelligent, right?
Right.
It's not an intelligence. It's just a program.
And just like they do with companies, big companies, right? We could use Hilton or a different company, Ford, all these big companies, right? Who are almost force feeding their employees, right? To, allow AI, allow their voices and things like that, so they can use that to train AI,
Ooh, girl, don't let me get into that.
you know?
That
So
that's a whole
that's
other.
how huge it is. It's like you trying to use me to replace me. No, I'm just joking. But
No, but seriously though, no, but that's real. And that's the thing about that is, me. I'm gonna go into my whole ethical, like, it's an unbalanced power shift.
Mhm.
There are individuals that need that job, and they're being told, hey, give me consent for me to record your sessions, which is recording your voice and the way you respond, your behavior, so that they can train the model
Mhm.
to create agents
Mhm.
that will do this without you.
Yep.
You know, and it's an unbalanced power, because I mean, what choice do you have? Either you're going to do it, or you're
You
going to
don't want to.
say
You don't want to feel like
no.
you're going to lose your job, right? Because
You're going
that's
to
how
lose
you
your
pay your
job,
bills. That's your livelihood. So you feel almost forced. That's why
right?
I said almost kind of force feeding it.
It is forced.
Um, because you have an option to say no, right? But then what is it? You either gonna do this or you gotta leave here. You have to do
Right,
this to
it's not
work
a
here,
real
type of
choice.
deal. You
That's not
know
that's not consent. Because
exactly.
if consent is, I have a choice without being discriminated against or having a repercussion because of my decision.
Mm-hmm.
But you say no, you say, okay, well, you can't do the job, so we gotta let you go. Well, I've been
Right.
doing the job for 10 years just fine. And now you guys are introducing
I've
this
been doing it so
AI.
good. You want me to train your model? Like
Right.
what?
Exactly.
You know what
It's
I'm
not
saying?
fair ground at all. And you
So
know,
that's like like you said, the little in it, but it's still a really good thing. But all things ain't
it's good
everything
and
in something
bad.
ain't gonna everything gonna be 100% perfect either, right? So you take what you
Yeah.
get from it, and you use it as your resources from what you get from it, and that's just that, because everything gonna be perfection.
Yeah,
You
nothing's
know,
perfection. And I just think if you're going to use it, be thoughtful,
be thoughtful.
intentional, you know, and hold to your values. Like, for me, like, I'm a super ethical person. And so I make decisions thinking through, like, the possible, like, repercussions, and then shift my position. So, like,
Mm-hmm.
if I was well, I am a company. I have several companies. I haven't talked about that. I have several companies, right? I of course a data doctor. I'm here to educate you guys on data. But also, I am the founder of My Data My Dollar, which is a platform that gives you ownership, control, and value from the data you create every day, and also gives companies access to data they can trust.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm also the CEO of Data Strategy Advisors. This is where I put my legal hat on, and I provide companies the best approach for implementing privacy and AI governance within their business.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to think ethically all the time, but with a balance of business needs and goals. It's important that they're still able to do the things that they want to do, but there's always a better way to do it, that's aligned with the laws and that is forward thinking, because sometimes laws are behind, as we're seeing with AI. And AI is just now catching up to the fact that, hey, oh, we use that person's image and we're being sued.
They're like, we got to stop doing that, guys.
That part. That part. So it's interesting. I feel like we're gonna see a lot over the next couple of years, which is why I think it's really important for everybody to get on board right now.
Mm-hmm.
You need to get on board right now, right at the beginning. Understand how to use it in your day to day. Stay abreast of what's happening because it's continuing to evolve. I feel like every week there's a new tool, maybe several every week.
These people don't even make their own music videos no more.
We got an AI musician who just got signed to a record label.
I'm sorry.
Right. Like what?
I'm sorry.
And that's not. I feel like well, that voice was developed by multiple artist voices.
Yeah, they're making movies using
They're
AI.
making movies.
Well, I guess it didn't get easier for people. They like, we don't need actors and actresses, guys.
Yeah.
Not to say, but to say it's really happening. Like we don't even be knowing that it's an AI created movie sometimes, right? Because it looks so real. And all that producer did was he put his vision, used the prompts, and his vision was brought to life.
Yep. I mean, you can create one too.
I got some songs, girl. You thought, well, I'm gonna send them to you too. I made some. I'm gonna get this app called.
Okay.
I got this app called Sanu,
But
girl.
the thing is, you could sing though. That's the thing. Like you got a voice. Like you don't even have to do that. Me on the other hand, I was listening to myself sing the other day. I was like, what is happening? Why didn't I get that talent? That's not okay.
Well, Sanu is like, it's an AI app for those that are listening. And maybe you might have an idea, but you're not good at writing, right? But you know what you want your song to be about. It's gonna create that song for you, baby. And then if you don't want to sing it, it's gonna have. So you gotta tell it you want a male voice, woman voice, whatever voice. It's gonna have it sing it for you too.
What's the name of it?
Sonu, SONU or something. SUNO. It's one of those. SONU, I think. It's cool. It's pretty cool.
That's real cool. I mean, but you can sing for real in real life. So cool that it can help you write, but also Chat, GPT, Claude, Gamma, Copilot, they could all do that. But the singing part, I have not seen them do that.
Yeah, it's on Sanu.
Yeah, well, that's dope. Well, I appreciate you coming on live with me.
Anytime.
This is fun. After we got through the technical issue.
Okay, we spent most of
the time trying to get that up and going. That's okay.
But we figured it out, and so next time we do go live, we'll know exactly what to do, and how to get it popping.
And I hate it because we did post that other link, but that's okay. I'm gonna.
Yeah, I posted it everywhere too.
Yeah,
it's okay. Next time.
Thanks, sis. I love you.
I love you too.
See you soon.
Absolutely. This was fun. I love you. I'll see you guys later.